What is your emergency?
Hi, someone that we know is non-responsive. He drank alcohol, like a lot of alcohol, so his face is really purple and his pupils aren't responsive.
Okay, are you positive he's breathing?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Do you see his chest rising up and down?
No, not right now.
Okay, and he's blue?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's a good chance he's not breathing. I want you to get down. Is he on the floor?
She said, does you see his chest rising? I don't see it rising, guys.
Okay, do you know how to do CPR, or do you want me to walk you through it?
Wait! Oh, my God.
Okay, listen to me, Maddie. You need to help your friend. Calm down.
Okay. She said, I don't see his chest going up and down.
Do you see his chest?
Oh, my God.
Is it rising
or not?
Oh, my
God. No.
We are learning a Bowling Green University student from Delaware County has died after an alleged hazing incident.
It was a life cut short, the alcohol-related hazing death of a college student in Ohio last month.
8 young men are facing criminal charges in the death of a 20-year-old student at Bowling Green State University. Officials say it was the result of a booze-fueled fraternity hazing party, a problem that has plagued colleges for decades.
So I just got this a couple weeks ago. It has his ashes in it and then his name on it. So I feel like I'm closer to him. Stone was the oldest of 3. He has always been a caring individual. He was super kind. He was always looking out for his brother and sister. He always put others first.
He was the person I would call at 4:30 in the morning if I was upset about anything. He was very gentle, very supportive, and he would call me every single day on my way home to make sure I got home safely.
As any parent, you're wanting your kids to start to grow up and make their own decisions. As a dad, I was proud. He was growing up to be an independent young man.
Stone, a sophomore business major who chose to pledge a fraternity in February after deciding not to his freshman year. The initiation process was beyond anything Stone's parents, Sherry and Corey, expected.
It's just as simple as that. It's abuse. It's forcing someone to do something that they don't want to do.
Tonight, Stone Foltz's family says the 20-year-old was apprehensive before he left for an alleged drinking event at a Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity house. A roommate of a fellow pledge telling a local station that pledges were expected to drink a full handle of alcohol, roughly 40 shots, before they could leave.
You know, obviously it was late at night, asleep, and both of us, as any parents, have their phones beside their bed, and we hear our phones ring.
So when I redialed the number, it was the sheriff's office. And they said, "Are you Stone's mom?" And I said, "Yes." They said he was cardiac arrest. So I threw the phone down and I threw it at Corey because I immediately knew what was going on.
So imagine as a parent, when your son and daughter gets hurt, you immediately run over. And if it's a scratch on the leg, you're putting a Band-Aid on it. If it's a skinned up elbow, you're kissing it and you're helping them immediately. We had 2 hours. We had a 2-hour drive ahead of us.
So the first time I saw him, with all the tubes, I told him I would not let this happen to anybody else. It was the one thing I knew we could do. And we would do it. And I told him that we would make sure that no one would have to go through what he went through.
Governor DeWine has announced new guidelines to protect students at Ohio universities from hazing. The parents of Stone Foltz, the Bowling Green student killed after a hazing incident, were at the State House for that announcement.
This is a very important day.
We saw his parents, the governor, Inter-University Council of Ohio, and all the public university presidents of Ohio stand together and announce new guidelines to fight hazing. One of the guidelines getting the most attention is a zero-tolerance approach. That's something that the Foltz family has been fighting for. There was also talk about creating ways to report hazing, more education, and even automatic dismissal.
What we're trying to do is to prevent it. No one wants to see their kid being walked with chains off to prison. So our push and our goal is to change the culture and to push the zero tolerance so that we can prevent that from ever happening.
It's a new era in the anti-hazing efforts. We are going to eradicate hazing. Collins Law is really important because previously hazing was a 4th-degree misdemeanor. Now, acts of hazing that involve alcohol and drugs and create a substantial risk of physical or mental harm now becomes a 3rd-degree felony. If you haze or you permit hazing, or you fail to report hazing, and that creates a substantial risk of physical or mental harm, you're going to face lengthy jail sentences and substantial fines. But the biggest issue, if you're a kid, you will be in the criminal justice system, you will be out of school, it will follow you for the rest of your life, they will spend time in prison. They will have severe financial consequences to themselves and their families. It'll be a felony on their record. It'll be seen by every prospective employer. They will have an extremely difficult time getting back into another college. This is not a one-time and you're okay, learn your lesson kind of thing. Prosecutors are not messing around anymore. They're just not. And so Collins Law now gives prosecutors the teeth they need to pursue these claims. And Collins Law also gives the universities the vehicle they need to really impose severe sanctions against anybody that hazes.
It can happen to any student. The piece of him passing was in a window of 60 minutes. And I don't think any student at this point is going to understand that in less than 60 minutes, you could lose your life.
A million years, we never thought this would happen. So as a parent, you need to educate yourself. You as a parent need to get involved and make sure that you're researching it.
We just want hazing to end. We want these kids to have great college experiences. We don't want any more deaths, and we don't want any more injuries. Unfortunately, I think we're going to see some examples. We're going to see some kids carted off to prison, some teachers and administrators losing their jobs and their careers. I think when we talk about the new era of anti-hazing efforts in the state of Ohio, I think you have to combine Collins Law with the Inter-University Council principles that were just adopted, zero tolerance for hazing. So we believe that the 14 largest public universities in the state of Ohio are going to adopt these principles. They have. And it's just my absolute hope and prayer that every jurisdiction follows.
You know, it's kind of left, another hole in my heart. I kind of think of my heart as a puzzle, and my puzzle will never be completed. I won't get to make any more memories, go on any more trips, have any more laughs with him, which is very hard.
I miss the father-son time. As he was growing up and I was first-time dad, we kind of learned things together. I was learning how to be a dad at the same time Stone was, learning to be a little boy.
It's a culture change, and we know that's huge, but we are also fighting for the lives of these young adults. We don't want this to happen to them, and we don't want any family member to have to go through what we've been through.
Okay, did you start CPR? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,